This is absolutely Essendon. It's Dreamtime at the G. Round 10, Essendon versus Richmond. Recent years, it's been more like nightmare at the G, but we remain hopeful, don't we?
Well, you can only have hope. And
hope can kill a man.
I mean, it's just been a recurring nightmare, hasn't it? For the last 9 years is it now since the last one?
It has.
I don't think anyone likes to just go through that constant annual abuse that Richmond has been dealing out to us, to our football club.
They have.
I've had enough of that, and we'll get into it in more detail, but. Yeah, it's not a great history. It's another one of these marquee games. The great Kevin Sheedy,
he did.
Brought this concept to the AFL.
He beautifully nurtured it.
Really did, and it's really taken on such a broader scope than its original Essendon and Richmond. It's now the whole competition, and I love it. I love the new football jumpers. I love the whole, vibe around the. Sir Doug Nicholls Round and the celebration of Indigenous Australians. So, to me, it's the greatest weekend of football in the year. Honestly, I love it. It's fantastic.
But we need to win the match.
That's the part I don't really like. Because we're just no good at it. I don't know what happens.
A month ago, we were looking so good for it. But how things can change, how quickly it can change in sport, in life, in everything.
Yeah, look, Richmond, not that they need much motivation, but the fact is they've just got a sniff of form now, having put away Geelong last week, and I reckon this is the perfect follow-up game for the Tigers because they know that we're their bunnies.
Yeah.
And if they wanted to keep that form going, I'm sure Damien Hardwick is sitting in the locker rooms down at Punt Road going, guys, just relax a little, it's Essendon this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. It's true.
Yeah.
Dimmer.
Hopefully they don't look at us that lightly. Yeah. But it's a concern that they took care of Geelong so easily, took care of the great Tomahawk, Cameron, all that, and yet we
Tomahawk looked like a B-Tech Sam Wiedemann last week. I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
But, look, just on the legacy of the game, I just wanted to, just share a little anecdote. If I may.
You got anecdotes?
I do. I have a truckload, but I'm only going to give you one today. And I just want to talk about a moment in 1998, I believe.
Was it? Okay.
And it was Essendon playing Richmond at the MCG.
Okay, that's fitting.
Yeah, and I was sitting up this is before the Dreamtime concept.
The whole thing, right, okay.
And I was sitting up the back of the old Ponsford stand, and it was a big crowd that day. And, I don't think Richmond had won a game for 25 years at that stage. But anyway, we were a pretty good side. And, of course, we had the great Michael Long running around in the team.
Yes.
And I had to sit through 2.5 quarters of some nuffy Richmond supporter behind me, racially vilifying Michael Long. And I stood up at about halfway, the 12-minute mark of the third quarter, and turned around and said, "Shut your effing dirty mouth." And I copped a bucket load from his girlfriend. Oh, he paid his ticket. He can say whatever he bloody likes.
That line of argument. Yeah.
I pay my ticket so I can racially abuse someone. Yeah, right. Anyway, I'm happy to say that a lot of the people around us at that time stood up and applauded my intervention.
Did they?
And so to that nuffy and his girlfriend who was missing most of her teeth, this game is dedicated to you, my friend, and I hope you've learned a lesson since that day. And if I've helped in some way open your eyes to the sort of stupidity that was brewing in your head, then you can thank me later.
Yeah, good on you, Wayne and Sharon.
Yeah.
Hey, this is for you, mate. You were a trailblazer. Good on you.
Well, I don't consider myself that, of course. I think Michael Long was the trailblazer and Nicky Winmar and other great Aboriginal footballers who stood up and said enough is enough.
Yes.
And Michael Long and his legacy will live forever.
Yeah.
And what he's done to help promote the Indigenous culture and to highlight the massive gulf between what is right and what is wrong.
Yeah.
And I think we should all forever be grateful for his contribution. And as absolutely appropriate is that his statue is outside the front of the hangar and he should be commemorated.
He is the great man. And I don't know if you realise, I mean, he's already front and centre in this game, I think, leading the long walk. But apparently he's going to be performing an Archie Roach song on the evening as well. As if the guy hasn't got enough skills, apparently.
Well, mate, I hope he pulls it off the same way he did in the '93 grand final when he put that ball over Silvani's head.
Oh,
run down the outer wing at the MCG.
Still gives me goosebumps.
I'm looking forward to that. I'll be joining him on the long walk. Not him personally, but I'll be there with the many thousands of Essendon and Richmond fans who will be accompanying Michael on the walk from Federation Square down to the G. And, half-time, is he doing that? Do you know?
I don't know. I think so. That's what I do.
Or is he doing it in the change rooms beforehand?
I don't know. No. He's going up on the big screen. So I'll be interested
is he a tenor or a baritone?
I don't know. I never knew that there were musical skills.
He's got a very soft, gentle voice, Michael.
Yeah, he does.
But let's see how he goes. Maybe he's like Bono when he gets a microphone in front of him.
Imagine that. So watch with interest. Watch with interest.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the game.
Yeah, of course.
Ins and outs.
That's why we're here. Yes. Well, it's not actually this round. We're here for a lot of bigger things, but for sure. Let's go.
Well acknowledged. All right, but now onto the who's coming in for Essendon.
All right, so I don't know exactly. We're dropping the video a little earlier this week, but we can certainly anticipate.
All right, let's take some guesses.
Well, let's go one obvious one. Ridley will be back from his concussion, and I think much needed.
Yes.
Although having said that, I thought Kane Baldwin did an honourable job.
He did very honourable,
and I wouldn't be surprised if Kane kept his place in the side. I think he did enough last week to say he's a guy we could persist with. So
even with the massive height differences, he did well.
But look, he had to do that. But this time, if Ridley's back, Zirk Thatcher, Baldwin could take on that third tall, and I think he could be a really promising prospect as a defender for us. He came into the team initially as a forward, but he's been given quite a bit of practice now in the first few months of the year playing in the back line in the VFL side. So I think Baldwin will stay in. Some conjecture as to whether Waller is worthy of a place in the side. Shut up.
Shut up.
Of course he's worthy of this. The guy's come back from a year off and he's played a couple of games, 3 games or whatever now, and he's finding his form and his touch. It's just not going to happen overnight.
There'll be people out there in the ether saying,
there's always...
Mate, he's got to go back to the seconds.
Waller, he's past it.
Is that what they're saying?
No.
Yeah, okay, no.
If ever there's going to be a game that's going to bring out the best, of course it will be this week.
3 goals, please.
So he'll stay.
Please.
I think Davey will stay. I can't see the club dropping one of the Indigenous players for the Dreamtime game.
Yeah, okay.
And that's not to say we should be handing out free games to people.
Sure.
But as I said, there's some more important issues here, and I think giving Alwyn a chance to perform on this stage with Waller there guiding him, of course, that's absolutely going to happen.
Okay. All right, let me mention a name.
Yeah.
Nick Hind. He made some very interesting choices last week against Brisbane.
Well, you call them that, do you? Yeah, interesting choices. I mean, he just had kind of like a mental meltdown at points during that game.
Yeah.
But let me say this much. I think Nick Hind is, a little unfairly criticised by the great unwashed. That is the Essendon supporter base.
You think they're being harsh?
Yeah. Because
he's giving it a go.
When we needed someone to try something last week, he tried. He was the only one that had the balls, frankly,
fair point,
to try.
Yeah.
And he got caught. Yeah, okay, it happens. But, had he pulled that off, had he made some spectacular run through the middle of the ground, we'd all be talking about him differently. I think he should stay in the team. I think he would make an ideal candidate as the sub or for the sub position. Yeah. But, I mean, move on from last week.
Okay. Yep. All right. Fair enough.
Do you agree with me or not?
I mean,
you brought it up.
Yeah, I know. I gave away that 50-metre penalty. I maybe persist, but just a little more.
So we're dropping people for giving away 50-metre penalties, is that?
No, but it's the quantum. It's everything. It's that whole contribution. So you've got a few blood rushes. They didn't work out. Then you're giving away a 50. It's the positives and negatives ledger. Yeah. That's what I look at. All right.
Yeah. Okay. So what you're saying is the negatives are currently winning that battle.
Yes, but maybe not after this weekend.
Well, there's nothing like redemption, is there?
No, and we'd love to see redemption from others as well.
And that's true. I was going to say it's not just Nick. I think there's guys like Sam Wiedemann needs to really step up this week.
Yeah.
It could be raining. That
really?
might make it a little tough for the Talls.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sam, as we mentioned in our wrap up of the Brisbane game, really was non-competitive, and I'm sure, I'm sure the coaches have said to him, "Listen, you're a big boy.
Yeah.
You've got to go and smash a few packs open, not just stand there and cower."
Yeah.
Because there were times last week when he just sat there underneath Harris Andrews as if he was a pillow.
Right.
So I hope,
making it nice and comfortable.
yeah, I hope he shows something. So in
Right.
terms of any other changes, I really can't see.
We just don't want to
a
see
lot
the
happening.
rostered quarter off, do we?
No, and this is the thing I want to just make a quick comment on. Look, Essendon, boys, have a look down.
Gentlemen.
Have a look down the front of the pants and tell me how big those balls are.
Right.
Because it's time for you to stand up and play a 4-quarter game.
This is a ball check.
No more of this, we'll just have a snooze for a quarter. We'll just take a little nap.
Yeah.
And just, we'll come back. We'll be okay in the fourth quarter, though.
Sure.
No more of that. I
Right.
mean, we've had it. It's all well and good to be patient and let these teams, let the players develop.
Yes.
No. It doesn't take any special skill to just put in effort. And that's all we're asking, right? Am I wrong in saying that?
No.
4-quarter effort.
Right.
Nothing less than that. If we lose the game, we lose the game. But we will not have lost it because we went to sleep.
Yeah.
That's all I want to say.
Is that all you want to say? All right, okay.
Do you have a view on
Is
that?
there anything you want to get off your chest, though?
Quite a few things, but
All right,
we
okay,
want to
all
keep
right.
we want to keep this to a reasonable time.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, we've already possibly outstayed our welcome. So is there anything else to... Oh, actually, no, the other thing I read is that this week was the Tim Watson's first game 45 years ago?
46 years
46
ago.
years
Yeah,
ago.
yeah, the great Tim Watson. So he debuted at the age of 15, I think he was.
And 10 months? And
Yeah.
9 months? Yes.
Yeah, what an amazing effort. I mean, it'll never happen again.
Do you know what the score... Because they played Richmond in his
Right.
first game, as it
Yeah,
happens.
yeah,
Do you know what the
yeah.
score was?
No, I can't remember.
It was
Yeah.
a draw.
Oh, was it?
99 apiece.
Sounds like you were there.
I was there.
Were you?
Yes, I was. Yeah, it was my
okay.
first ever game of football. Dad took me and my brother, and all the buzz was about this kid that was on the ground. Who was only 15
From
years old.
Dimboola. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
I think we tweeted that he's the second best player.
He is the
to have
second
played
best player
over the last 50 years
I've ever seen.
So-
Now, I haven't. I'm not. I never saw Coleman. I never saw Reynolds.
Right.
And some of the greats from yesteryear, but certainly in my time.
So that begs the question:
He's the second best player I've ever seen.
Who's the number one player?
Frank Donnell. What?
Right.
Is there any argument about that?
No. Rob Forster Knight.
Yeah, he's up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
All
but
right.
Timmy definitely he's as well, almost as good as you'll see and have seen. Hopefully, we'll have some players emerge that are better than him.
Yeah.
But in his prime, I mean, people talk about
Yeah.
Dustin Martin
Yeah.
and how good he is very good.
Yeah.
Tim Watson was that, but even more powerful.
Yeah. He was an excitement
Even
machine.
faster.
Yeah.
And, his ability to burst out of packs with that ball, bouncing the ball as he ran through the centre square at Windy Hill
Yeah.
and bang it through from 50 metres out. There was no one better. There was no one more exciting to watch than the great Tim Watson.
Look up the famous clip of that night game when there was the night series
the Escort
back in
Cup.
the day. The Escort Cup when he was sort of...
Or was the Winfields,
grabbed the ball.
Peter
yeah,
Stuyvesant, some cigarette company.
That's right,
Yeah.
that's right. And had to jump over a player,
Yeah.
an opposition player, head towards goal. It was...
I
it's
find
something
it.
to
I
behold.
find it a little difficult to reconcile those images of Tim Watson with the guy on Channel 7 doing the sports news now.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
almost
yeah.
become a little bit of a... I don't know. I don't want to say it because I love
What?
the guy, but
What
it's
do you
a
mean?
little bit of a clown, really, isn't he?
Well, he's just got a gig, mate. He's just got a nice little sweet
I
gig.
know, but it's...
Would you give up that gig? Just, doing the sports
right.
headlines?
Yeah, he would look.
You would.
I'm not
Come
saying
on.
he does it quite well, but it's just Anyway,
He's a favourite son.
All
eh?
right, fair enough.
Everyone gets to enjoy him.
yeah.
now.
Look, all right. I hear you.
do.
Okay,
All right.
leave
Okay.
me alone.
All right, that'll do. So, what are you going to tip for this?
Look,
you've said a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I have.
What's your feeling?
Well, I'm going to honestly tell you that I'm going with a Bombers win this week because
Right.
I can't believe that they will allow a 5-loss streak to occur. And I think, the message from the coaching staff during the week leading up to the game is going to be pretty hard.
Right.
Much along what I've said and what you agree with is
Yes.
it's time to toughen up.
Yes.
So I'm going for a Bombers win. I'm going to say they're going to win by 4 to 5 goals. Yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I just think it'll be 3 goals. But I think they'll...
we're in agreement.
They will get the job done.
Yeah.
All right. That is it,
Okay.
Bombers. The job is in front of you. Please,
Please do it for us.
make it Dreamtime
We
again.
can't take it anymore.
Make it Dreamtime.
Yeah,
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, what he said. Bye for now.
See you soon.
See ya.